You ever come across a story so bizarre it feels impossible to understand? Well, today's case is one of those. I recently watched Unknown Number, the high school catfish, on Netflix, and let me tell you, this one is wild. It reminded me a lot of Sweet Bobby, which I covered in a previous video. Definitely check that out if you haven't. This documentary dives into the Lauren Licari case, where a teenager and her boyfriend were cyberbullied, stalked, and harassed for over a year by someone shockingly close to home, Lauren's own mother. Why would a parent torment their child like that? And even more chilling, why would the perpetrator agree to speak on camera about it? Let's unpack the psychology behind this disturbing case, and see if we can make it make sense. Let's unpack this. Here's the setup. In October 2020, American teenager Lauren Licari and her boyfriend, Owen McKenney, began receiving harassing text messages from an unknown number. The messages stopped for a while, but returned in September 2021, escalating in cruelty and obsession. The texts attacked Lauren's appearance, threatened her safety, and even expressed sexual interest in Owen. For over 15 months, Lauren and Owen lived in fear while their parents and teachers tried to help. Eventually, police traced the IP address behind the anonymous number, revealing that the person responsible was Lauren's own mother, Kendra Licari. When I first heard that, I had the same reaction most people did. Why? Why would a mother psychologically torture her own daughter? To answer that, I dug deeper into Kendra's background and found a few details that didn't make it into the documentary. Kendra wasn't originally from Beale City, Michigan. Locals described her as attention-seeking and desperate to fit in. Her cousin even mentioned that she wanted to be part of the cool parent crowd. She seemed to bully her daughter as a twisted way of inserting herself into community drama, by playing both victim and insider. By manufacturing a crisis, she created opportunities to bond with other parents over shared fear and concern. But it didn't stop there. Kendra would hang around her daughter's school, linger in the parking lot, and even take Lauren's phone to text on her behalf. She constantly sought gossip, trying to control the narrative around her daughter and her peers. She also had a pattern of compulsive lying, especially about money. She'd bounce checks, blame hackers, claim stolen identities, and hide debts from her husband. Their home was foreclosed on, but she told the family that they sold it. They were even evicted right before her arrest, and she still lied, saying it was because of foundation issues. Beneath the surface, Kendra's entire life was a web of deception and control. I'm not here to diagnose anyone, but Kendra's behavior points towards a few possible disorders: antisocial personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, and most notably, Munchausen Syndrome by proxy. For those unfamiliar, Munchausen Syndrome by proxy is a mental illness and form of child abuse, where a caregiver fabricates or causes harm to their child to gain sympathy or attention. It's manipulative, attention-driven, and it's often masked by a facade of devotion. In Kendra's case, her actions mirror this pattern. By positioning herself as both victim and hero, she gained attention and validation from her community, even as she tormented her daughter. What's especially disturbing is her presence in the documentary itself. It takes a staggering amount of ego to publicly defend those actions, to equate psychologically abusing your child with making a mistake like drunk driving. At no point does she show genuine remorse. Her detachment is chilling, and yet somehow, despite her explicit messages to Lauren's boyfriend, Kendra wasn't registered as a sex offender. She served just 1 year in prison and faced no further legal consequences. The story is heartbreaking and infuriating in equal measure. It's messed up to see a perpetrator like this speak so openly and completely fail to understand the gravity of their actions. Sadly, there are many people who are like this, and many who happen to suffer because of them. For Lauren and her family, the wounds left by this betrayal will take a lifetime to heal. For the rest of us, it's a reminder of how far manipulation can go when someone craves control and validation more than love. I really hope Lauren continues to heal and that Kendra gets the professional help she needs. Thanks for watching. I know I've been gone for a bit, as I've had some health issues which have prevented me from producing content, but I'm back and excited to dig into more of these complex, uncomfortable stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and take care of yourselves.